My name is Pablo Rodríguez Herrero. I am an associate professor at the Department of Pedagogy of the Universidad Autónoma de Madrid in Spain. My research lines are teacher education, the pedagogy of death, and inclusion in a broad sense, including different perspectives in teaching through approaches like the inclusive co-teaching model. In my work as a teacher, I adhere to a number of basic principles. The first essential issue is our own education as teachers, since we have the responsibility of educating our students in the subject matter we are teaching. Our teacher education encompasses a range of different dimensions. For example, we need to be trained in teaching methodologies, but there is a dimension that is normally less widely recognized, but which for me is very important: the chance to educate ourselves, to become more conscious teachers. This means identifying what we know, but also what we don't know in the subject we teach, becoming aware of the relationships between our lives and our teaching, and how the former influences or molds the latter, and observing what we do well in class as well as the mistakes we fall into. Secondly, I believe that filling the gaps in our students' knowledge and responding to all their questions and concerns is not as important as stimulating their curiosity, broadening their view of the subject matter, opening up new possibilities, and showing them hitherto unknown ways of looking at the world. I think that if university education equips students with not only knowledge and competencies, but also a greater awareness and acceptance of what they ignore or do not know, then they'll probably have received excellent academic training. In other words, giving value to an incomplete education as the basis for lifelong learning. Lastly, another keystone for me is to broaden university education itself, both in terms of what is taught and with respect to those who teach. On the one hand, by including issues that are fundamental or radical for human beings, questions that are perennial and universal. And on the other hand, by giving a voice in university teaching to those who have historically been excluded, for example, through co-teaching with people who are experts in a subject because of their life experience or living conditions. This broadening of education can contribute to a more inclusive and compassionate education, that is, a more humanistic one. I believe that a diverse community like the CEUs is a stimulant context for student education at the university. My advice is to be open to different perspectives about life and the subjects, enhancing inclusion and compassion. Also, I advise the students not to be afraid to go beyond existing knowledge, as science is open and in constant evolution. I would like to stress that initiatives such as this award offer us the opportunity to give value to one of the university's basic missions, that is teaching. Therefore, I am sincerely glad that institutions such as CEU and its Yehuda Elkana Center are contributing through this and other projects to our thinking on quality in university education. Receiving the European Award for Excellence in Teaching in the Social Sciences and Humanities has aroused a special feeling of gratitude in me for several reasons. One, for what I consider my good fortune in working in such a beautiful and deeply human profession as teaching. Another, for the educators I have had throughout my life, both in university settings and in my personal and family life. And lastly, for my students, whose vitality and critical sense continually challenge us to question ourselves about our teaching. In my view, this award is also for them, since teaching is a path on which we collaborate, cooperate, and learn together with those around us.